let's dive in because your special guest today is a magical master of real estate who has a ton of things to share with you. Ari, are you ready? Go. Go for Ariana. This part is the thing that says everything I say may not be true, and it's up to you to figure it out. We'll zip through right to the property pitches. Don't forget we have the TCPA compliance part in there as well. If you make calls, that's on your brain. Please make sure you understand if they're on the do not call list or not. Alicia, do you have your hand up? Or are you
I
just trying to give high
do.
fives? Go ahead.
I
You have
do
a
have my
property to
hand up.
pitch?
I do.
Do
So
it.
if anybody is familiar with that little mini development I have going on over in North Park, we just listed the very last one, unit number 3. So it is a detached property with an ADU. The ADU is adorable. I would actually live there. It's so cute. So ADU total is about 700 square feet, 2 stories, and has a rooftop patio overlooking a canyon. And then the main property is 2 bed with an optional area for a bedroom because there's a sliding glass door and a little like closet thing. So if you wanted a 3 bed, you could totally do that. 3 full baths, and that is about 1,400 square feet. Only downfall is there's only one parking spot, which is a carport off of the alley. But the street that it's on is a dead end street. Not a lot of extra vehicles on the street. I've been going over there for probably the last year and 3 months or so, and I always find parking unless they're doing like the little street cleaning. So listed at 1.299. If you ever want to host an open house, let me know because we can have you host the neighboring one and then have like a little inside scoop of like, hey, you want to go see this new construction? So, toodles. Thanks.
Nice, Alicia. Congratulations. Who is next? Property to pitch or something you want to share about a listing or an extreme buyer need? In five, four, three, two. Okay. Speak now or forever hold your peace. If you have something to pop in, go ahead and throw it in the chat and we will move on. Who has some gratitude or a win to share from the fabulous week we've just been through? Don't make me sing, tell me something good. It could happen. I've been teaching people I coach personally to find the wins and to focus on making your brain see them and then say them out loud so that you find more wins in life. Nikki, did I see you come off mute?
I'm off mute, but oh, well, I'm always grateful for all of you guys. But I don't have a specific gratitude thing for today.
I thought you just popped off mute. All right, I will give gratitude to our
Hello.
fabulous guest. Go ahead. Who's
Oh,
saying
sorry,
that?
me, Emily. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Em.
Sorry, I'm in my car. I just have so much gratitude for a lot of people in this office right now. I've had a crazy month, and so Stephanie Grinnin has bailed me out of so much. Nikki Thomas, Marwan. I know there's other people that I'm forgetting, but thank you to all of you. I am eternally grateful and constantly grateful for the agents at Metro that step up. So thank you. This would be a harder and much different career in a different brokerage. So thank you.
Aw, Emily, that's the best gratitude of all. Multifaceted gratitude shout outs. And stay tuned, y'all. The end of the month meeting, the Zoom meeting, not the two in-person meetings, but the end of the month, we're going to have Emily Holmes as our featured interview agent success story to share. So you can follow in her footsteps. All right, let's keep going. Red Day. Who is talking about Red Day on today? I don't have the full view.
What about Erin? Erin had her hand raised.
Oh, Erin, I'm sorry. Did you have something to share?
Hey, thanks. Um, I was just gonna extend my gratitude to Alicia for oh, don't look so shocked for going the extra mile for me over the past few days regarding my escrow right now. So, thanks, Alicia. I appreciate you.
Love it. You guys, if I don't see your non-digital hand come up and you're just waving your hand and I don't call, please shout it out like that just happened because I can only see four faces at a time when we're in screen share mode. Thank you for the gratitude, Erin. I love that. All right, I will talk Red Day. I will keep it short. There are times when I get very emotional talking about Red Day. I will not do that here right now. The culture part of our company is what brought me here to begin with. And when we have Red Day, it is always in the beginning of May. It is in honor of Mo Anderson's birthday. She was our queen of culture. She still is. She's alive, alive and well, praise be. Was just speaking at the Gulf States event. Red Day is renew, energize, donate, and it is give where you live. So if you're not familiar with what Red Day is, there's a whole link you can learn about it. I would highly suggest you do. It is, if you're looking for any thoughtful, soulful, human, connected, do good energy in the world, congratulations, your company has a huge part of that at our foundation. And so Red Day is next Thursday. It's always the second Thursday in May, like I said, in honor of Mo's birthday. And this year, for Metro's involvement, we are cooperating with the San Diego Food Bank, which we just did around Thanksgiving, and we are collecting food. The fabulous news about a food drive collection is you can do it any way you want. You can show up at the office in the morning and have breakfast with everyone and come together. We will have two meals provided that day. It is requested that you RSVP if you'll be there for breakfast and or lunch because we're going to order based on humans in attendance. So you can do it a couple of different ways. You can come in the morning and then you can head out and go like physically collect the food that day from your people. If you're doing that, you likely want to drop off a flyer ahead of time, drop off a bag ahead of time, or communicate with your database in some way that you're doing that ahead of time, right? You could just go door knock that day and say, I'm collecting food today. You're just not going to have the same results as you would if you plan it ahead of time. The other thing you can do is you can have people that you're doing it like drop it off to you or drop it off to the office that day if you chose to do that as well. Both are options, and you're going to do it the way that makes sense for you and your business. If you have any questions, our committee is Amy, Sam, and Deb are leading up Red Day. I am passionate about it and have been on Red Days for a multitude of years. So if you want to ask me any questions, please do that as well. The more you pour into this, the more you get out of it. Some people like me always looked at it just as like a way to do good in your community. Other people have learned to database and like real estate work and tie it together. This one, when it's a food drive, it's a great way to do both. You're doing amazing good work together for San Diego Food Bank, and you can do it inside your database or your geo farm or whatever your community networking group is. All right, let's keep going. Next Thursday. Don't forget to RSVP. And there's the shirt that our lovely John Fields was modeling in the post yesterday. These shirts do have a donation attached to them. And remember, we're raising money and we're doing good. So these awesome shirts. The cool thing about the shirt, if you don't already have one, is it's wearable forever. You can have it and wear it year after year. It's not like you need to go buy one every year over and over and over again. Moving on. All right, I see a Lily there. We have an amazing opportunity that one of our agents wanted to share with everybody. And Aleli, I will let you take it away from here.
Hi, everyone. We'll keep this very, very quick. Right now, we're working with a couple of motivated sellers in a beachfront community in Rosarito called Medio Camino. You know that one, Sarah. Thank you for leading me there. And it's a great opportunity for clients looking to own near the ocean, but at a much lower price point than San Diego.
Yeah, so if you're working with buyers who are looking for a second home or a retirement option or even an investment property near the beach, this could be a really strong fit, especially for clients who want lifestyle plus value without the high entry prices we are seeing locally.
Yeah. So we're also connected with a luxury condo development in Cancun's hotel zone, starting around 300K, which has a strong vacation rental potential. And we have additional opportunities in San Antonio del Mar for clients looking a bit closer to the border. If anything comes to mind, guys, feel free to send your clients our way. We'll take care of the entire process and make sure you're taking care of the referral side, okay? Happy to connect anytime. Thank you, guys.
Aleli, will you drop your best contact for agents right in the chat there so people have it fresh on the meeting, and then we will connect it with people for the Facebook post. And there's a referral fee attached to this, obviously. This is for you to be a complete service provider to your clients. If you know someone you've been talking to is looking at buying a luxury style rental or having an investment opportunity in Mexico, this is your opportunity to get a connection and get it handled. Um, there's the phone number. If you guys have any questions, they can just reach out to you and ask any questions, dive in, what are the materials, all that good stuff, right?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. All right,
Thanks,
you guys, thank you for being on today and sharing this information and helping our agents be more proficient with their clients. And I look forward to hearing all the great things that happen from here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ari, let's keep going. From Mexico to the stars, we have here, you guys, Kiara is crushing it. Go ahead, Alicia, take this one
Crushing
away.
it. If you guys aren't following her on social media, like go do it because her little videos are like 3 or 4 seconds long and she's getting like 20,000 views. So, with that being said, she just opened her very first escrow. She's about a week into it now, about so, and she met them on TikTok just 2 weeks ago. So met
Way to
them,
go,
communicated,
Kiara.
got them pre-approved, showed houses, got into escrow for people she didn't even know from like a 3 second video on TikTok. And the BRBC that she got signed for the commission that she was charging them, the seller's not paying the full thing. They're actually going to compensate the difference. So you guys can do it. Everybody can do it. That's it. She's crushing it.
Crushing it. You guys take that, and then we'll hear about it in Erica's conversations today as well. That, like, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Part of the thing after Gary Vee's social media con was like, make content, be educating yourself, talk to people, drop her Insta handle or her tickety tockety, if that's the thing. Look at that perfect timing. All right, let's keep going with escrow so we can get to the I won't say meat and potatoes. How can I be more Gen X than to say something like meat and potatoes? All right, Nicole would like to spotlight. Jacqueline, are you delivering escrow partners today?
You know it. We would love to celebrate the Solis team. They currently have 3 escrows open in May. They are on fire, great momentum, and they're doing it, right? Just like Kiara is on social media, those guys are out there. Their whole team is active in real estate. So congratulations to the Solis team. That is Nicole's spotlight for the week. And Christine would like to spotlight 2 people. John Fields, our lovely Red Day t-shirt model, just opened escrow, as did Chris Spade. So congratulations to both of these gentlemen. Christine wanted to spotlight both of their new escrows that opened this week. And this should go up in 1 minute on the internal Facebook page. This is your monthly real estate recap report. This is for April, so it will show the stats. A couple things I want to let you guys know about this month. When I went in to pull the data, the average sold price was wildly out of whack. It said 2.1 million. And because I pull these stats every month on the same day, I went, now that is not in line with where it should be. So I pulled all of the data out of the MLS instead of just reading. Normally, I just use the headers from SDMLS. And when I pulled that data, there were 3 people that had entered the wrong amount in the sold price. So instead of 695,000, they had entered 695 million. And this happened with 3 homes in that price point. So I have already made that correction. So this is the correct information here. But just so you know, in case somebody questions or asks you why the data doesn't match the header in the SDMLS, it's because there were 3 reporting errors in the average sold price. So that has been handled for you. And then just out of curiosity, while I was in there looking at the data, we did have 8 homes that sold for over $8 million in April. So I found that interesting. I always like to track the bottom end of the market and the top end of the market just to kind of see what's happening on the extremes. And then I thought that was pretty interesting. So we have some pretty high home values that went under contract and sold in the month of April. So this will be up on that internal Facebook page any minute. And go ahead, download it, use it for whatever you would like, and enjoy.
Jacqueline, 8 homes actually sold over 8 million, not realtor error sold over 8 million, correct?
Correct.
And BB always says that realtors don't read. I guess we can also add realtors don't type to that one.
That's
As a
correct.
generality. You guys double check that information. You do not want to be the agent who's typing some crazy stuff in the MLS. And
Should
I'll
we
just leave
like
it
let
there.
the MLS know about that? If someone wants to give me the addresses, I will take that on.
Yes, I can get that data. I still have that
Thank
sheet.
you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys ever see anything like that, there's a super, super easy way to just send that directly to like the reports area from SDAR from the MLS.
That's not like reporting them to the principal's office to get in trouble, or maybe it does both. We'll never know. All right, let's keep going. Speaking of BB,
Hey, what is the month of May? Does anybody know?
my birthday. Oh,
Anybody
no.
want to take a guess? It's
Um,
Mental Health Awareness Month. And if any industry needs mental health awareness and mindset and reconditioning, it's the real estate community. So this is my opportunity to let you know, because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, my guidance is to focus on the things you can only control and forget the rest. Go out, spend time in nature, get to the beach, go for a walk, and go smell the roses because we all need it. Um, and there's other stuff going on in the world too. I do want to make a big push. Just a few things. I saw Ashley's. Yeah, you think? Um, Also want to make a big push for BrokerBot if you are not using our Metro AI. I had a regional call with the BrokerBot people today, and the deliverables that are coming are going to blow your minds. And I don't want anybody left behind. And I'm speaking to leadership as well because they showed me stuff that leadership has not done that now I get to get on a leadership case to make sure they're getting into BrokerBot as well too. Because what you will be able to do with the time saving that BrokerBot's going to allow you to do, and I have some acolytes here on the call because I do know some people I've seen from the trainings I've been doing, the stuff that they can create within BrokerBot. So please, I implore you to come to the training every Tuesday at 11 because you don't want to be left behind where the what you can save in time is going to make up for that 1 hour you spend with me. Back to you.
maybe nothing could make up for the magical hour being spent with you to enrich your brains. Thank you for that. And there we are. I will give a shout out for the training. I will also own that I have not done all the things I should to that level. And it's honestly because I live in other AIs. So I have to get better at it. That's on my to-do list. I did attend the one last week about the calendar. You guys, and what I told Robert was, my realization in that calendar training was if you're not doing this sequentially, all of a sudden there's going to be an avalanche that you just can't easily catch up with. It's going to feel like kind of like it'll feel today when you learn about talking to your database and doing your job, but in a different way. And I also want to point out because of Kiara's celebration, when Alicia dropped her handles in there, you can see we tend to overthink things. Maybe that's just me. Her Instagram handle is Kiara Realtor _01. It is not, I magically made up this handle that's going to get me all the business at San Diego Sells Realestate.com. Like, so action is better than overthinking. Okay, Erica West is our guest today, and I am so excited for her. And I'm going to put out the disclaimer before we jump in that says if you, let me change my view really quickly. Okay, if you know that Erica West sells primarily in Michigan, and you're like, I sell in San Diego. This is not about me. It's different here. Blah, blah, blah. Please stop and open your brain all the way up and let's listen to the conversation because today's conversation is not about how her transactions flow in Michigan. And yes, she's also closed business in San Diego. Today's conversation is about the work, period. How does one start? And I made a mistake. It was 12 deals her first year in the business, not 30. But how do you come out of the gate and close 12 units before you close your first 12 months? How many want to close 12 units a year right now and you've been in it for a long time? And last year in 2025, she had her best year ever and closed 60 transactions. So where is your face? Erica, say something so I
I'm
can find your
here. I'm
face.
here.
There you are. Okay. Oh, hi, there you are. So
Hi.
I asked her to speak today after our coaching call a couple of weeks ago. A little bit of backstory. I got a phone call from Erica in 2022, I guess, because that's when you moved to San Diego.
Right.
Exploring should I, shouldn't I, and here's my history. She had been in the business for 2 years at the time. and she was ready to live her life by design and she wanted to take an adventure. So we've been coaching together since then. And she's been, as you can see, she's sitting, if you're familiar, in the office in that she keeps in the Metro office space.
The South.
And I want to just jump in. Let me just pull up my questions. I had a lot of questions I want to make sure to ask on your guys' behalf because what I hear so often in coaching is like, well, who do I call? What do I say? That feels weird. No one talks on the phone anymore. And what I know about Erica's business is, Erica, what's the one thing you're committed to in your business?
I am committed to 20 contacts a day with my database. That's my one thing.
And
And
how long?
it's weird. It's weird because you haven't started doing it yet. It will stop being weird. That's my biggest thing because people are like, "Oh, it's so weird. I'm gonna sound weird. It's gonna be uncomfortable." It's weird because you haven't started doing it. That's why. But it will stop being weird.
Phew. How long, when you got into the business, how quickly did you start making 20 contacts a day?
So when I first got into the business, people were like, farm, cold call. Well, I heard so many different things. And then someone was like, 20 contacts a day. And my little like ADD brain was like, okay, that's like a number I can think about and remember and can do and commit to. So as long as I can remember, I've been doing 20 contacts a day. And I keep thinking I should be doing something different, but it just works. So, as you know.
Ashley asked, how long does it take you? It's a great question.
That's a great question. Oh my gosh. So I wish I could say it only takes 2 hours, but it doesn't. Some days it takes four. And it just depends on how much you're setting yourself up. Because something that I'll do, and Sarah, stop me if I like start getting into stuff that I, whatever, don't need to be getting
You're
into.
good.
But
Yeah.
like something that I'll do before I talk to someone is I'm going to look back at what did we talk about last
Uh-oh, you froze.
that has been any sales in their neighborhood that are relevant to them? Is there anything that's relevant to talk to them about? So I'm not calling and saying, "Hey, I'm checking in on you," because I do that, but I don't love to do that. I want to like have an agenda of like what could we talk about that makes this conversation meaningful. And so a lot of the time it takes is actually the prep for making all of those calls. But I'm not like oh, I'm only going to talk for 10 minutes at a time. Like if I'm yapping with someone and we're having a great flow, I'm going to keep talking to them because it feels good, right? And then sometimes if you're texting with people, because some people are texters, like that text conversation, as you know, can just like last forever somehow. I'm a phone girl. Like I like to talk on the phone because when the conversation's done, it's done, and texting can take so long to like continue, you know. But
So you
2 hours
learned,
on a good day, four
oh,
hours on a bad day.
okay. So you learned, and everyone who's actually taken the time to do a strong lead gen day knows that if you think it's consistently one specific amount of time and it's the shortest amount of time, you haven't actually put in the muscle memory to do it, right?
Yeah.
You said a couple of important things there. One was you take the time to research them, their neighborhood, find out something important. You like go to social media and see if they've got something in life going on, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So
You
but I want to
go
ask
ahead.
one part to it and then you can expand. So you've learned to do that over time. And I want to always, in this conversation today, I want to always be thinking of it from two perspectives. Where you are today, year 6 in your business, number one agent in your market center in Michigan while you live in San Diego and close some deals here too, living your best life. For anyone who wasn't clear, it's possible. Whatever that looks like for you. For some people, it's just weekends off. The other part of the brain space is that for so many people, they haven't even taken the first consistent week of doing this action.
Yeah.
And also, maybe they've been in the business for a while. So now they're like, how do I even start that up? When you started as a new agent, you got to just jump in and tell a story. Now looking back, did you still do all that prep work from the beginning, or did it sound different for you in the very beginning of your conversations?
Sounded different in the beginning. So the easiest way to start for, in my opinion, is start with birthdays. Okay, birthdays are fun. People usually answer their phone on their birthday. I really like calling people the day before their birthday because you can see on Facebook whose birthday's coming up. And I like calling them and being like, hey, it's your birthday tomorrow. I know it is. What are you gonna do? Like, how are you going to celebrate yourself? Like, it's fun, it's light, it's airy. Like, you can go in so many different conversations. Like, have you always celebrated your birthday like that? Oh, what's yours? I don't, what's your zodiac sign? Like, what, like, there's so many fun things that could just come from like a birthday conversation. And then after you know what they're doing for their birthday, you could text them on Friday, 3 days later, and say, oh my gosh, how was that Italian restaurant? Did it, like, was it amazing? Blah, 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 whatever. So, like, the birthday is really easy. Anniversaries are really easy. If you have past clients, I know you said like when you're starting in the business, so we'll stick to that. But like birthdays are really easy, life events are really easy. So I'm of the principle thought that you should be friends with like all of your friends and clients and everyone on Facebook. Like we're not going to keep our things like we're not going to keep our Facebook private anymore. Like just be friends with everyone because you want to create like a personal brand for yourself. But um like looking on Facebook and seeing what's going on in their life too. Like that's a really, really easy touch point. You can start with texting if the calling thing makes you uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, when you call someone, you're going to get way further down in the conversation and depth than you will ever get on a text message. So if you see on Facebook, they just like their little kindergartner just graduated kindergarten, like call them and be like, "Oh, I saw you had a graduation. That's so cute. Like how exciting." Whatever that is, create a conversation around that. Like there's so many ways you could just create a conversation, but the thing is just what's really nerve-wracking is that first maybe like 10, 15 seconds where they're trying to figure out why you're calling them. So just get it out there right away and be like, "I just saw on Facebook that little Garrett just graduated kindergarten. That's so exciting. I just had to call you." Like get it out there. So like the weirdness of like, why are you calling is like, that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. And I jumped right into questions with you because I was so excited to like peel the onion since you've actually been doing it daily and your results have gone from 12 and consistently grown up into the 20s and 30s and 40s to 60. So I want everyone to understand that part as well. There are three things we're going to talk about in general today, though, and one is that lead generation part, and one is the follow up because people talk about like how do you stay top of mind. You're staying top of mind from 2,000 miles away, which is my why I love you being here. Is I feel like if you can do it from the way you're doing it, then everyone who's doing it local to their business has no question whatsoever to ask. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're calling 20 a day and I'll share something you said or remind you of something because you do sometimes text people and you do
Yeah.
sometimes social DM people.
Yeah.
There was a person not that long ago that you said I almost texted him and said I called him, and by the end of the phone call, you found out like his
Yeah.
niece or his cousin or his sister was ready to buy or sell.
Yeah. This one's kind of funny too, because this is my inspector. Like I DTD to my inspector. And sometimes I'll text him. You're right. Like there's some days where I'm an extroverted person and there's some days where I'm tapped out and all I can do is text someone. And like you don't want me on the phone anyway, because I'm not there. But yeah, I think this is the story I was telling you about was my inspector, DTD to him. It's like, what's going on? Isn't the market crazy right now? Like, are you guys busy? How's it going? Whatever. And like, I was gonna text him because I didn't want to. He talks a lot too, whatever. So we like finally got to the end, 30 minutes of the conversation. He finally tells me like that his parents own the house that he grew up in and that they're probably going to want to sell it before the end of the year this year. And I was like, I would have never gotten there with this guy. Like, no way. And so that's where I'm saying like the depth of the conversation, you'll hear something that they'll say, like, yeah, I'm on my way to my cousin's baby shower. Oh, okay. There's like those little talk triggers you can figure out. Like, and you don't need to know in the moment how to turn that into a real estate conversation, but it can come up later. Be like, hey, you know what? I was just thinking your cousin, she's having a baby. A lot of the times when people have a baby, they are upsizing and they're selling their first house, buying their upsized home or whatever. I would say that way shorter. Do they have a real estate need? Is there anything I can do to help them? You're going to remember little things that they say. And then even if you can't figure it out on the spot later, you can save yourself and figure out how can I bring this back up? And at the end of the day, how can I help them? It's not some weird manipulative thing. You're just trying to figure out how can I help them and not make it weird because I'm making it weird. Like just be natural about it.
Don't make it weird. That's important.
Don't make
I
it
think you
weird.
also said another important thing there. You are extroverted, and for any, like, it's also okay if you're normally making your calls. It's okay if some days you don't have all the voice energy in you. You're
Yeah,
still not skipping it though. You still find other ways to get the contacts happening.
agreed. It to me, this I hope this helps you guys because it completely changed my brain chemistry when I thought about it. Is lead gen to me is maintaining a relationship. So sometimes it's a call, sometimes it's a text, but I'm like, how can I? It's just like, how can I upkeep my house? How can I upkeep the relationship I have with this person so that I know what's going on in their life and I can always provide value to them and I can contribute to them and I can be someone that's that knows that they're important to me and I'm important to them and we're in a symbiotic relationship. So some days when you don't have the energy to call, it's just a text. Like, hey, I saw on Facebook you just stained your deck. It looks really good. Like, can't wait to have some wine out there one day with you. Like, whatever. Like, just a text is fine too. But I just don't want, I don't think it's, I'm not going to say I don't think it's okay, but I just don't want people to like just lean on texting because you miss a lot. You miss their voice inflection. You miss so much of a conversation via text. So I wouldn't base your whole communication system on text.
Very important.
Yeah.
So you just said your whole communication system. Is there a method to your madness? Like you said, DTD2. Are you following
Yeah.
DTD2? I know you have your pipeline sheet. Talk about that.
Yeah. So the DTD2 is kind of like my default. Like that's who I'm calling.
Let's just pray she pops right back
Someone
again.
taught,
Go ahead.
oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, the
Someone
DTD2
taught
you
me
said.
a while ago, just look at, should I move? Is this
Nope, you're
better?
fine. Just keep talking.
Okay. Someone told me a long time ago, just try to get one lead a day. And I know that sounds insane because that would be like a lot of leads. But if that's your goal, you'll at least get it like half the time, you know? So I have like a list, a hot sheet. It's not fancy. It's an Excel sheet that says like name, ABC, AKA their timeline, notes, price point, are they a buyer or seller? And so when I'm doing my DTD2, I've gained this leads list over the past 2 years. So now it's kind of hefty, but I'll look at and I'll go, okay, who of this leads list haven't I talked to? So okay, so first is birthday anniversary. Then it's um like the lead list, because usually those are hotter than like my database, you know? So I'll like make sure I touch on those first and then I go into the DTD2. And but no one's off limits. Like whoever's in there, like at some point you're gonna hear from me. So, and even if it's totally random, like I don't know if this is bad, but sometimes I'll just make it up. Like I'll call someone, I'll be like, "Hey, we talked last year. You said you maybe wanted to make a move in 2026. Is that still your plan?" Like that could literally, we could have never had that conversation, but who cares? You know, I'm just calling these people and oh, sorry, I got that mixed up, but I'm just trying to communicate with people I haven't talked to in a really long time. These are not my database, not my sphere people, by the way. Like this is if I have a random open house lead from God knows when, you know, like
Mhm.
anyone in that DTD2, I'm gonna hit you up. So
So I'm gonna ask the question that was asked. I know the answer to it, so just laugh your way through it. How do you find the time to also input these calls and contacts into your command or your CRM? I find that to be a challenge, making the calls and texts and then logging it.
you know what? I don't know how people do it all. I don't. I try. At the very minimum, on your phone, because sometimes I tell myself I'm gonna do all the update after lead gen and then I don't do it. But on your phone, there's like a little notes under someone's name. So
I
some
love
people have a
technology.
really long notes thing, but I'll put the date and I'll say like on the way to sister's baby shower, you know. Um, but what I have been doing lately, which is really helping, is I'll go on ChatGPT and I'll voice record me summarizing the call And I'll say, talk to Sarah today. She was on her way to her cousin's baby shower. She just got a new car she's all excited about, blah, blah, blah. Give me a summary of this. And so I'll take the summary. And now, since I finally have a little virtual assistant, I'll send it to my VA and say, hey, put this under this person's name. If I didn't have the VA, I would make sure I schedule at least 20 minutes in my day to update my CRM because it really is important. It's not just important because you should do it. It's important because it really makes the calls easier the next time you do it. Because you go, oh yeah, she just got a new car. I wonder how that's going now. Whatever. So yeah, you really should just find the time. It's something
So
I've really got more
right.
precise
So
about.
because I coach Erica, I know that that's her answer to the question. I know a couple of weeks ago I said, hey, if you call through command or text through command, you can just voice text it right into it'll say, how did it go? And you can just talk to it and it'll log right into your command. Broker Bob and his Tech Tuesday tips just said you can also just voice record right to your CRM with BrokerBot and have it drop right into your CRM. So there are ways to make it happen. Whether you're doing through a command app or right into BrokerBot, we'll do it for you. What I will remind you of is if you waited until you knew how to do that and didn't just start making the calls, then now you're 6 years in of trying to figure that out. So get into messy action and refine your process as you're going, right? That's what I always coach to with anybody, including myself. And now Baby just said you can do it right through BrokerBot. You can definitely do it through command. BrokerBot is in command. The more you know. Okay. So you kind of went through, you said you start with birthdays and anniversaries, you'll go through lead follow-up for anyone on that list that's been building over time. And then you go into your DTD2 and you're saying like open house leads, old leads, things like that are in there. I think that's enough clarity for people. I do like that you shared that you start with like birthdays or celebrations and ask them what they're doing and then make the note to like then
Yeah.
text follow up on Friday and see like how did it go. You're not even waiting until, hey, next quarter when you talk to them, you're just jumping right back in there.
Yeah. And it just helps make it easier because lead gen is hard. Even if you do it all the time, it can be really hard. So start with the fun stuff, birthdays and all of that. And then, yeah, if it's someone's birthday, they said they're going to Italian, I'll literally say, "Hey Siri, set a reminder for Friday at 2 p.m. to text Angela and ask her how her birthday went." And then I get a reminder because I'm gonna forget about that. Get a reminder and then I text her and it's really nice.
Yep. Are you consistent with the time of day that you make your calls?
So I used to be rigorous about doing it 9 to 12 when I lived in Michigan. Then when I moved here, my whole like everything shifted because I work on Eastern Standard Time. So no, but my thing is I will get the 20. Like I think people should have a time that they pick a side that they do, but if I do that and I have something I feel like I need to get to, I'm rushing through like I just do it and I know that and I trust myself to do it. Some people say I'm going to do it from 9 to 11 or whatever because they have to have that time set aside and they have to have that schedule. I just know I'm going to make my contacts and so I make them once I get through my first couple of things of the day. But if I were to give you a time, it's usually 10 to like 1 Pacific time.
Do you separate lead gen and lead follow-up, or is it all the same set of conversations?
It's all together.
It's all on your 20 contacts a day.
It's all in my, yeah. It's all the same to me. Like I don't lead follow up is lead gen in a way. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's all the same and don't overcomplicate it. Like that's just how I feel.
Well, I think that's important because agents go like, I have to start with my lead gen and then it goes into lead follow-up and we're looking for some magic boxes to open and close throughout our day. And you're
Yeah.
giving permission through a successful track record to say, here's the order I make my calls in, but at the end of the day, I'm looking for my 20. I don't care how they get there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's like if I know I need to follow up with this person, I'm just putting it on my list for that day. Like I think lead gen and lead follow up are they're kind of the same to me. In my brain. That's how it works for me.
How do you stay top of mind from afar?
Okay. So the 20 contacts a day for sure. And then I am religious on social media. I love social media. I think it's fun. So I'm always on my stories, if anything, and I'm trying to post. a a picture carousel or a reel a day. So people are constantly like, the little circle on Instagram, like they're seeing me. I always have something to tap on. Like even if I'm exhausted and I just like can't get on there physically, like something's going on there. So I'm always on social media, which people use social media like an ungodly amount. So if you're on there like that, I swear that's half the battle. But so social media, the contacts, I'm now really dialed in with my home anniversary stuff. So, like with clients, they're getting home anniversary cards, brownies, stuff like that. I'm finally doing my biweekly newsletters. So, people are kind of getting like this layered pieces of me. I do a lot of surprise and delight for my clients. So, like, if I know, and I think this is really important for everyone because it's really fun and it can be not terribly expensive. But like if someone I know they get pregnant, I'm gonna send them a really cute onesie. Or even my client Taryn, she was sober for a year and I got her this cute little like Morse code brace. It was very inexpensive. Okay. And send her it's like a 1 year sobriety, cute little bracelet and stuff like that. So I feel like I try to show up and like show people that I'm thinking about them and that I remember them and I'm celebrating them. So I do a lot of that. I do a lot of DMing. I comment on people's stories all the time. Like people posting on their Instagram stories is like gold because they're putting something out there for you to interact with. So like if they're posting a funny picture of their dog licking an ice cream cone, like I'm gonna say this is the cutest picture I've seen, blah blah blah, make a funny joke about like lactose intolerant, whatever, just be silly. And so I'm just constantly talking to people. And even if I'm not doing a 20 contacts DTD2, but I see an event in town, my friend loves Renaissance, whatever. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, did you see that there's a new Renaissance pop up that just came in? I'm just going to try to talk to people all the time. How much can I talk to them? Like, how much can I pop up into their news feed and their life and their text message? And like, it's a very layered thing, but I'm just like everywhere.
So, we always talk about have fun in your business, like work in your joy and have fun in what you do. I think what you just said now, if you're, and listen, if you're not in your database SOI conversation, then like this call's not really for you, but you're still making your 20 contacts a day, but it's like regimented, it's FISBOs, expireds, it's circle dialing, whatever. You're talking about really living in your database, living with your people and getting in there. For some people, I think they don't consider what you just said work. Like, and that's where I want to like open the whole picture up. You have your 20 contacts a day. Your Instagram DMs and commenting on stories doesn't count in that party. And yet, if you had a day where you were feeling like crappy or tired or sick, that would count as conversations in your mind because you're doing it every day. You don't have to, but it really pushes you above and beyond and into their daily life, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's the difference maker that you consider in your success.
Yeah. And I just think we just overcomplicate what success looks like in this business. This business is going to reward consistency over anything that's intense, over any, like, yeah, you can call and make 45 cold calls, but are you going to do that every single day and show up and do that every single day? Like a lot of agents disappear for 6 months and then randomly pop up and ask people for business. And like, that's not how I operate. I don't think that's how anyone should operate. So the inconsistency and the overcomplication of it all and the not following up and the only reaching out when you need something, like that's the problem. We just need to, and I get it. Some people like the database isn't your thing, but why not? It's a gold mine. It's people that know you, they like you, they care about you, they want to see you succeed. They're easy to talk to. You've grown up with them. Like it can be easier. It's not, I shouldn't even say easy. It's just could be more simple than you think. And I think we just like see all these people out there that are doing all these crazy FISBO system, call system, whatever. I don't think it needs to be like that crazy. And if anything, in San Diego, what I've learned coming from my market in Michigan and coming here and not knowing anyone is this place really rewards relationships and who you know. It is very hard to go convert whole business here. If anything, I think database and SOI is the thing to do here more than anywhere else. Like it's way harder for my little Midwest self to try to get in between a relationship that you have with someone for the last 10, 15 years. Like I can't compete with you. So go be the person that you like we can't compete with, you
You
know?
can compete if they're not staying in contact. That's the
True.
point.
Right. Right. But if you are staying in contact and doing that, like I can't really compete with you the same. I can try, but it's not the same.
Well, and to be fair, somebody asked me this ahead of the conversation today. When Erica first moved to Michigan, it was about like get out there and do what you love. So like join a yoga group, have coffee meetups, like go and insert yourself in networks where you're going to want to stay there and grow and thrive. And over time, through coaching and just realizations, she's realized that she wants to focus completely on what she's doing and take the San Diego business as it comes by referral or by opportunity, but not to totally disrupt her Michigan. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's hard.
And there are a few people like Erica in the country. And the other side of why I want you all to hear from her is not just the lead gen, although please hear it loudly and clearly about making your conversations happen no matter what they look like. The other part of it is that you can really live your best life in this business. She's not the only one. She's not the only one in San Diego. Like Nellie Dettinger in North County runs her business in what, Wisconsin, Nebraska, another like Midwest state.
Yeah,
So
Wisconsin.
a lot of people who are big thinkers who are out there working to live their best lives have set themselves up in atypical situations for business, and it's all possible, whether that's you want to live in another location or whether it's you want to be someone who runs your business and just talks to people but never goes out in the world, on the inspections, on the appointments, that kind of stuff. There's so many ways to look at it, and my hope in that hearing from Erica today, 6 years in the business, you guys, that is all. And she has closed so many, I haven't added up the whole number for all the 6 years, but a lot of freaking real estate, and she does it through her joy, which is the most important part. So you said the surprise and delights. I think that's really meaningful as well as people think about what does that look like. And you demonstrated you're seeing something in social media. People pop up in their stories. They're telling you what is meaningful and stands out to them by what they choose to share on social. Now you
Yeah,
just take it a step
that's a good
further and go
point.
celebrate it.
Yeah, that's a
Is
really
there
good point.
anything
Like
else
they
in
are
that?
going to post about things that are important to them. I like that. It's good to think about that way.
Yeah, they're like, "Hi, here's what's important to me. Do you want to talk about it with me?" That's that like you just said, I'll tell my friend, "Oh, there's a Renaissance thing coming up. Have you seen it?" Or the one example I always think of is like walking through an airport and seeing a golden retriever and texting your friend who loves goldens. "Oh my gosh, just thought of you." Like there's so many outside the box ways to think about communicating with your database. Let's keep going. We have 11 minutes left with your brain and your business perspective, Miss West. Okay, so if you started new today, knowing what you know now, would you do anything different?
Yeah, I would do the farm thing. I think farms are actually like a hidden gold mine too. I don't know how that would look restarting now. I just know that I think farming's brilliant. If I like, because I think about myself, I really want to be like the lakefront specialist girl. So, like, looking back, if I had focused on a lake, like Duck Lake, and I farmed that lake for the last 6 years. Like I can't even imagine the type of business. And I think about creating, like, we don't have a lot of farmers markets in the mid, like not like here. So I've always wanted, like, what if I created like a cute little farmers market in my farm that's once a month or whatever. Or I heard this girl on the MREA podcast say she created in her farm drinks on the driveway Tuesday, and like I've always wanted to do that. I think that's so cool and so fun. And like you can be sober and do it too, but like neighborhood drinks in the driveway, like in my neighborhood. And like I'm the girl that puts that. I just think farming's brilliant. And I think it's like a huge community thing and super powerful. And yeah, I think farming is like a really good niche. I always did social media from the beginning, but I would have went even harder. I feel like I at the beginning really thought about what I was saying because I wasn't really confident in
Hey,
like
everybody, what's
talking
going
about
on? Your
real
friend
estate a
again.
lot until I was a little bit further into it.
Eric again.
So
And
I
we're
would
here
have
in
just
Livingston,
posted
New
more
Jersey.
content. And then I probably would have had my CRM dialed in way better, way sooner, because that would have just really like helped me control the details of these conversations. And like, I just know it would have been way better had I started that sooner. So those are some things that I would have done for sure.
They're excellent points. And again, on the CRM note, it will make your life easier over time, much easier, like multiplying ROI way easier. And if all you're
Totally.
doing is a Google Sheet for now, then that's better than not taking any action at all. I just feel a need to always stamp that on the end of the conversation. Okay. What do you think agents need to do or know if they don't have the pipeline they want right now?
I
And by
like
me, do,
I
not
heard,
know.
yeah, I think they well, one thing you should know before you do is that there's some sort of MREA math that says like all you need is 50 good people in your phone to create like what was it, like 10 sales or something? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But you don't need a lot of people to start, to be honest with you. Like, and I think getting people like there's no way you have less than a couple hundred people in your phone, and there's no way you have less than a couple hundred people on Facebook. Like, we're in such a digital age that I don't really believe you when you say you don't have a database. You do for sure. But I think, like we were just talking about, going to coffee groups, going, meeting people, getting their information, really talking to your people enough and saying, who else do you think needs help with real estate right now? Do you have any friends or family that are renovating, they need vendors, blah, blah, blah. Like, how can you get these people's information? Another thing I would definitely do is a giveaway, because if you go hard on a giveaway and you could even like boost it on Instagram, which is getting into the weeds of something we don't need to talk about, but like if you do a giveaway and it's good enough that a lot of people are interested in it, say it's like a $200 gift card or something where people are really going to be interested in that, like not like a little thing, something big, and you share that incessantly for like a month, you will get a ton of people in your phone. Like there's so many different ways to build it, but I think also we have a lot more people in our phone than we're gonna like.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with you
not
on
what you
database 100%. And yeah, I love sharing the idea of the giveaway to boost and build your database and get more information from people. And they can be simple and you can do them on repeat. You and I have coached about that as well. What about your pipeline? If they're looking at the year now, it's May 6th, and they're like, I've closed one deal or maybe no deals, and my pipeline feels like there's cobwebs growing in it. And I thought I had three people that wanted to do something, but they all changed their mind or got cold feet. What would you tell people to go do this week to
Yeah,
grow their pipeline?
there's a couple of things that I've done in the past. One, we all have buyers looking for something. And two, we all don't have enough inventory for our buyers. So there's two different conversations that I've had with people in my database that are like, and these aren't my warm and fuzzy SOI calls, whatever. This is like, hey, I'm doing business and I'm hunting for my clients, but it's also you're hunting for yourself. So I'll call Sarah and say, hey, how's it going? Whatever, catch up for a minute. Hey, the market is super tight. I've got multiple clients looking in Oakland County for different things. There's not enough inventory. I'm just trying like hell out here to help my clients out and find them something. Have you heard any whispers of anyone in your life that are thinking about selling their house? I probably have a buyer for them. Right. The amount of business I have just from that, 'cause people go, oh, yeah, my friend at work. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, they don't even have to be ready to move right now. They could be wanting to do it at the end of the year. It doesn't even matter. Just anyone that has had conversations of moving. Okay, great. You'll get a lot from just that. Or you can go and say, I forgot the other one. It was
Okay.
going and looking for your buyer clients, seeing if they have a listing, and then the other one was a listing for your buyer clients. So I'll also say like if it's a cool house, and I'm like, hey, this is a great house for a first time home buyer. I'm letting some of the people know in my close circle know about it before it gets listed. Have you heard of anyone that would be interested in a house like this? Do you have anyone that's a first time home buyer? I guess we're not really trying to prospect for first time home buyers, but like, hey, I've got a lake house that's coming to the market pretty soon here. It's really badass. We're listing it in 2 weeks. Do you know anyone that would be interested? Because people love to know about off-market listings. They really
Mhm.
do. And so I
Yep.
just think it's a way to like touch people without saying, hey, who do you know that has to move that I could talk to and get business from? It's like, I've got something for your person. I've got a buyer for your seller. I've got a seller for your buyer friend, right? And like that is if I need a lead, that's my play for the week.
Posting that in social stories also tends to generate DMs,
Yeah,
I
I'll
found.
also yeah, I'll also I'll post all the time about my friends in my office's listings. Like, hey, got a listing coming up in White Lake. It's this big, blah, blah, blah. And then people reach out. And then we're talking about real estate. So it's really quite easy.
What I love about the way you're explaining it is that you're just making it so simple. And that's what everyone really needs to hear is that we don't need to overcomplicate and make it like a rigid schedule. It's really just talk to people and talk about real estate and put yourself in the way of conversations. What didn't I ask you that I should have asked you, if anything?
Okay, I have two things to say that I'm thinking about. One is if 20 contacts sounds like a lot, just do five, just do like just get in there, okay? Because you're gonna get excited. You're gonna start to get business from it, and then you're gonna kind of want to do more. So just like start, okay? Like I'm not motivated to call 20 people all the time. Like my minimum, if I cannot do 20 and I just can't get there and I literally can't take it, I will do 11. That's my minimum. Another thing is I think there's a huge shift happening in real estate with personal brands. I think they're huge. I think social media has changed the game because attention is now accessible to everyone and platforms are free and you don't need some massive marketing budget or to be on TV to get people's attention. Like in real estate, people want to know who they're working with. They're going to want to like you. And the personal brand is huge. Like by the time people reach out to me, most of the time, they've seen my videos, they've looked at my life, they know what's important to me, they know I have a niece and nephew, they whatever. Like at the end of the day, your personal brand is something that your competitors cannot replicate, and they don't have the exact access to your database that you do. So, like being on social media, I think just do it. And you don't need to look perfect, but you should do it.
Well,
So,
in fact, the way you're tying that up at the end, that's what all the studies say now is like people don't want polished and perfect. They want real, they want you, they want your phone, like
yeah,
as your camera. Like just talk to people and be yourself. Because you're right, what's the first thing that you do when you hear about someone or a referral? You probably go look on social media, probably Instagram, to check out their life and see what's going on.
right. Right. And then they can see like how you talk. Are you funny? Are you intelligent? How do you act? What's important to you? I share my wins all the time. If I've got an offer accepted, if my client texts me and says you are the best ever, I'll screenshot it and I'll put it on my story and I'll say this just made my whole day. I don't care. I have no shame, but now people know I'm the best to someone out there. And I just think it's a really good way of staying in front of people and it's gonna continue to be huge.
So you said if you're not going to make 20, just make something. I'll make it easier for everyone. Even what Erica said, that's really a great shortcut that we've never talked about directly, you and I, because you were already in your contact mode when you came to me is she said start with birthdays. So if you looked at and she said call ahead, hey, your birthday's tomorrow. If you were to look today and be like, I'm still scared, I'm still afraid to do this work, you could look at your Facebook and look ahead for your birthdays and go look how many days you need to look ahead to find the first five, 10, however many people, and call all those first and get that out of the way. And then you can plan ahead, ask the right questions, and then you can have the text follow-ups, or maybe, oh my gosh, maybe it's a phone call. Did you go to the thing? That like shortcut secret magic trick, I think, is powerful for people to be able to get out of their own way and take action right away. I know it's 2:30 on the button. If you guys had any questions for Erica that you didn't get to ask in the chat, I tried to answer them all as we were going. She is accessible. Will you drop your Instagram in the, is
Yeah,
it Erica Moves Me?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Um, go, when I say about when you follow others on social, do not follow them to be overwhelmed, intimidated, or think I don't do that. Follow them to see how simple people take action, and then you go take the simple action in your life. Oh, and the last thing is, Everyone in your database. The average internet lead was sold 16, 17, 18 times last year. And all those people are the people in your database. So what Erica said about like no one has your superpower, that's the most important part. If you're in business with them and talking to them about real estate, you're stopping them before they press the button to say, I'm a lead online.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Erica, if anyone wants to take you to coffee, are you down for that?
I'm down for that. Yeah,
All
hit
right.
me up.
You see her, she's sitting in the office. You guys, I hope this was helpful today. Erica's also an investor, short term, long term, mid-term, single family, all the things all over the country. She knows a lot of stuff and she's got a lot of resources. Go take messy action and find your success and make it a great day. Talk to you later.
That's right. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.